All right, so this is a video I've wanted to make for quite a while. We did an earlier segment on an unbeknownst to me controversial topic, which is positive offset versus negative offset wheels. I'm not going to dive very deep into the difference on them, and we'll put a link to that video. But this is a new wheel that I am super excited about that is going to be sold. So this is a Method MR207, and this is exclusively distributed by us. I'll give you a little background on this wheel. So I was having a conversation with the lead engineer over at Method and kind of complaining to him that I still want more offset. And the driving force behind this was, now in the OEM world, all vehicles keep going more and more positive offset. So what I mean by that is, if Jeeps are running 0 offset, the new Bronco comes with I think it's a plus 34. Well, the new Ranger Raptor is a plus 55 offset. And so when I first got it, I threw a set of plus 25 KMC bead locks on it. And I stood back at the vehicle. I love the wheel, but it's just too wide. And that was also a 17/9 wheel. So I'm talking to Sean over at Method, and I'm kind of, joking, but complaining to him, like, can't you guys make a better wheel for me? And Sean and I have been having this conversation for the better part of a decade. And he goes, hey, I have a wheel that's a 17/8 plus 45 bead grip. And I go, dude, that's perfect. And he says, yeah, and it's also forged. And I respond, I say, well, I didn't know you made a forged bead grip wheel. And he goes, we don't. We only made this for the Dakar race team. And he says, but let me see what I can do for you. I'll call you back. So fast forward, we worked a deal with Method. We have exclusive distribution rights on this wheel. This is a 17/8 plus 45 forged bead grip. And I'm personally a really big fan of bead grip. I think if you're not racing, you don't need a bead lock, because bead grip technology really does hold that bead. And this wheel's interesting too, because you see, like, it doesn't have these deep spokes, and it has this big contour here. And the reason for that is this wheel was designed specifically for a Dakar racing application. And on that Dakar race vehicle, they run the it's not Brembo, it's the Alcon monoblock caliper, which is, I shit you not, the caliper is probably that wide and this big. It's huge. So they gave us a ton of room for caliper on the backside. And I'll touch on this in 6 months. We have something else in the works that's going to be pretty cool. But this wheel is all finished machined. They did all kinds of little detail stuff in it to really, it looks aesthetic, but they did it to lighten it up, but keep it as strong as possible. This is not a wheel that was designed for commercial market. It never had that in mind. And, Method put out a video you can dig. If you Google search the MRW207, you'll find a video that Method put out about this wheel years ago. But this wheel, to me, is the absolute best that I have found to date for everything we want. It gives us that high positive offset that we need. It clears all of our applications. It happened to be the same bolt pattern that is run on Toyota, on Chevy, on the Ranger Raptor, as well as the Bronco. Not Bronco Raptor, but Bronco. And just the little aesthetics of it. I personally, on a 37-inch tire, which is what I run on my Ranger Raptor, I would much prefer an 8-inch wide wheel to a 9-inch wide. And the reason for that is, when you get wider on wheels, it kind of stretches the tire and makes it look kind of funny to me. Personal preference. So again, the specs on it: forged bead grip. I want to say it was 23 pounds. I'll probably have to weigh it again and I'll correct myself. So it's super light, super strong, designed for racing, super good offset for us. Like, if you're going to run one of our portals, other than Jeep, I would highly recommend this wheel. It's not cheap, but it really is the absolute best option that we can offer. And you don't have to buy it. You can get just a regular cast bead grip. You can buy an Icon, KMC, Innovate. You know, there's tons of wheels, and we list all that stuff on our website. But if you want my opinion of what is the absolute best wheel we can offer, hands down, it's this. So I'll be transitioning a bunch of my vehicles over to this. We have a shipment coming in on these. Actually, by the time this video posts on YouTube, we'll have these in stock. So reach out to us if you're interested, and we'll have it on our website. Pricing and all that stuff will be there. And any questions about this wheel, throw them in the comments. I'd be happy to answer them because I'm super excited about it. Thanks, guys.